My dear stock market friends, in this series of untold stories, I am going to tell you the story of Thirsty Crow. The Thirsty Crow story, all of you will be knowing, but this is a half story and I am going to give you the full story. If you like this video, definitely share with your friends and give a like in the video, and also see the description of the video. I have something interesting for you. You can contact me also in my given phone numbers in the description box. This Thirsty Crow story goes like this. Once upon a time, one crow in the hot sun, he felt thirsty, and in the search of water, he found a water pot, the water jug. So the jug was having little water. The crow tried to pull the water from there to quench his thirst. However, it could not be. It was little water, so the crow gone and brought some pebbles, stones, drop in that particular water pot or water jug, and then the water level rised up. The crow drank a little water, felt very happy that I am clever enough. I put lot of stones and finally achieved the success. This story knows to all of you. 99% of the people know this story. However, this is not the complete story. The complete story is, on that day, there was not a single crow. There are 4 crows are there. 4 crows are there, and all 4 have the same problem. They are feeling thirst. What about the others? In my next 15 minutes of my video, I am going to tell you the complete story, and this makes a great impact on your trading career in your life. These 4 crows are very important for your life, because if you are going to know the complete story, the entire scenario of the stories will be different. 99% of the people know the first part of the story. There is a single crow who achieved the success by this way, and we tell that crow is a clever crow. However, again I am saying that time 4 crows are there, and view this video till the end to know the complete story of the Thirsty Crow, the untold story of the Thirsty Crow. Keep continuing and view my video till the end. You will know the complete story. Few minutes back, I have told you that the Thirsty Crow story, what you know, it is incomplete and it is not for the wealth creators. The story of Thirsty Crow, which is being told to you, is a censored story, a half story, and on that particular day, there was not a single crow. We had 4 different crows that time who was feeling the same thirst. The thirst, whatever 4 of them was feeling, and how they solve their problem, that I am going to tell you. The first part of the story, what I have told you, the one crow went, approached the pot which is having water to quench his thirst. The crow neck did not go inside the pot, and it was narrow. It was impossible to get the water. The crow got to the hard-working mode, collected small stones, pebbles, dropped in the water pot, and then in that process, the water level rised, and finally the stage has come when the crow was able to quench his thirst, and that was the happy moment for that crow. This is what the 99% of the people knew. 99% of the people knew this part of the story, and these 99% of the people believe your cleverness and hard work gives you the success. And this particular story is an incomplete story. On that particular day, there are 4 crows. And by closing the eyes, 99% believe that yes, this is the real story. This is how life should be. However, only 1% of wealth creator knew the different part of the story, and that story I am going to tell you now. On that day, there are 4 crows having the same problem. They are failing the trust, are trusty, and that particular day, there was no source of water was available near to them. They flew to different directions. The first crow who found the water in the shortest distance, he puts the pebbles and dropped the stone, the water rises, and the crow got the water and came back. The second crow, who has gone to the slightly distance place, he found also the same water pot or water vessel. What the second crow did, it tilted the vessel, and by this process, the vessel fallen down, broken into pieces, but water was there. So that water he drank and come out, and that process, majority part of the water also gets spoiled. The third crow also found a source of water. The same problem, the vessels containing water was not having the sufficient space to put the neck and draw the water. So the third one believed, I should punch a small hole in the bottom of the vessel. I have a very good strong wing. And did the same, punch a small hole, and that hole, through that hole, the water come out, and from that water, he is also fulfill his thirst. The fourth one is very important. This fourth crow was waiting for the 3 crows to come back and give him some good news. The source of water. After completing their job, all 3 of them came back and told this story of success to the fourth one. Fourth crow was also feeling the trust. Same trustiness was there. Same issue was there with him. The fourth crow analyzed every situation, and the fourth crow first thought, the pot which is near to me is now filled with the pebbles and stones. Though I'll get the water, but it may be contaminated. Maybe that water will not be as good for me. Second, water pot is already broken and it has very less chance to get that water. By the time I reach there, so most of the water most probably got evaporated, or they would have got sinked in the soil. Then the fourth crow thought, the third one looks proper, and there if I go, there is a small hole he has punched, and the water also, quality also will be good, because no contamination he has dropped there. I have a chance to get good water there. And the fourth one fly towards that destination and finally got the water, satisfied his thirst and come out. This story is a very important story for the wealth creators. 1% of the wealth creator knew about this story. 99% of the people know the first version of the true story. Now people can tell me who is the more clever one and who is the more intelligent one. Whether the first crow was important or intelligent, or the fourth crow was intelligent. This 1% of the trader, those who follow the fourth crow or the uncensored story of this first crow, This 1% of the people make the money in this market. How it is impacting your decision trades, I'll give you a couple of examples. Say, one of your friend, here I am giving the names as X and Y. This is a real example. Many would have gone through this same stage of problems. X and Y are two friends. X said to Y, I am using GAN square of 9 and getting success. X said to Y asked, from where you learned this concept? X is replying, I paid 1 lakh to someone and learned this concept. So immediately Y also jumped into the same process, went there, paid 1 lakh, learned the same concept of square of 9 and felt sorry that it did not work for me. If it is working for X, why it has not worked for Y? It was also not working for X. X was giving an impression that he is getting success out of that, but that success is not the real success. We need not have to worry for the X, we need to worry for the Y. Now, coming to the same thing, there is another person called P, and he also heard the same story from the X, and P remained silent like the fourth crow, collected all information regarding the GAN concept from internet, from other friends, from ChatGPT, everywhere. Whatever the free resources available with the P started studying that, analyzing that, spent some time, finally P landing in Smart Finance, my company, got a 40 hours of advanced concept course and 4 different versions of using the square of 9 and that too at 1,900 rupees. So P is a wealth creator. So here, my friends, that is what I used to tell. Y is just a survivor and P is a wealth creator. P has simply did not buy the course. P has seen that what are the resources are here and what are the different ways I can experience this concept. He has gone through my free courses, my free videos, spent month-long time and finally decides that, okay, this particular course is acceptable to me, it is affordable, I have to jump into that. My very clear instruction, all costlier things which is look costlier may not be good, all cheaper things may not be bad. You must know what is appropriate for you, the things what you are buying, the trainings you are going through, whether that is suitable to you or not. I'll give my second example. I am using the characters as X and Y. Mr. X and Y are two friends. Again, Y told, I made 10 lakhs by doing some stock market investment, mutual fund investment, etc. X thought, friend Y is a clever, like the fast, thirsty crowd, and copied the style of X, however, failed to make any money and lost few lakhs. P and Y also same friend. P also heard the same story, same time from the X. However, what P has done, P inquired, analyzed what are the other areas of wealth creations and gone through the AI analysis and anything, whatever the resource are there, internet, AI is, everything, compiled everything, finally taken his own decision to invest in multiple clean assets which he understands. P invested in the asset which is understandable by himself after his own research, and that process only the wealth creator seems to be made, not the process of hearing from someone and jumping into that particular, or hearing from someone thinking that that is the clever choice and jumping into that activities. I am going to give you another third example. All of you know that market, one term called VIX is being utilized, and this particular VIX, 99% of clever crows knows that it is a fear scale and nothing more than that. However, in my trainings, the thousands of clever crows what I have created, their number is more than 10,000. They knew using the VIX, you can forecast the monthly top and bottom with 75% of 70% efficiency. Using that, you can compute the monthly depth. You can do many things with the same informations. My friends, from the past 15 years, I am doing the same thing. All my courses are giving you the same view with one information, one data, how we can take multiple benefits. That is what I tell in my volatility concept. That is what I have told in my technical analysis concept. That is what I have told in my F&O concept, and endlessly it goes on. My aim is to create you a wealth creator, and I want you to ask every how, when, who, everything. A huge gap is being created. Like the clever crow, advertisements are popping on your screen. Some trainer is telling that he is bringing some few jokers there, and one joker is telling, I made 1 lakh rupees after attending this program. Second joker says, I am going on making every day 1 lakh rupees using this thing, in a very refined and quiet English voice. However, when you jump into the same activities with the same training program, like the clever crow story, censored clever crow story, if you do not know the untold part of the clever crow, then you are into the problem. Our problem is not the problem of that tutor. Our problem is the clever crow problem. We found out that, yes, I am clever enough. This particular information has come to me. 5 people are telling that they are getting the money. I will also get the money. That is not the truth. You need to see what is the content, what process it is being made, what is the truthship of that content. You have some provision to test that content, then believe. Like the 4th crow. Keep this story forward, keep this story in your life. You are going to become a wealth creator if you accept this thought of untold, uncensored story of clever crow. Thank you very much.